Hey, YouTube, welcome back to a new video with Rams fan YT. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the history of a club which I don't know a lot about. I have only really come onto the scene in recent years in Football League terms, certainly, but I've been around for quite a while in the lower ends of the Football League, certainly. It's down the road to Kent of Gillingham Football Club. We'll start with the early years because the local successors of the junior football side called Chatham Excelsior encouraged a group of businessmen to meet with a view to creating a football club which could compete in large competitions. New Brompton was formed at the meeting, held on the 18th of May 1893. The founders also purchased a plot of land which later became the Priestfield Stadium. But there's still ground today, to be fair. The new club played its first match on the 2nd of September 1893, losing 5-1 to Woolwich Arsenal's reserve side in front of a crowd of 2,000 people. New Brompton were among the founding members of the Southern League upon its creation in 1894 and were placed in Division 2. They were named champions in the first season of 1894-95, going on to defeat Swindon Town in a test match to win promotion. In the seasons that followed, the club struggled in Division 1, finishing bottom in the 1907-08 season, avoiding relegation only due to the expansion of the league. Whilst the club's league performance was disappointing, the side did manage a famous cup victory over Football League First Division side Sunderland, and held Manchester City to a draw before losing in the replay. In 1912, the directors passed a resolution to change the club's name to Gillingham FC, and the team played under this name throughout the 1912-13 season, although the change was not officially ratified by the shareholders until the following year. The team finished bottom of Division 1 in the 1919-20 season, but for a third time avoided relegation due to the subsequent elevation of all Southern League Division 1 clubs to form a new Football League Division 3. In the first season of the newly created Football League Division 3, the 1920-21 season that was, Gillingham again finished bottom. And in the years to follow, there was little improvement on this, the club continually finishing in the lower reaches of the bottom division. In 1938, the team finished bottom of the 3rd Division South, and were required to apply for re-election for the 5th time since joining the league. This bid for re-election failed, with Gillingham returning to the Southern League and Ipswich Town being promoted in their place. Gillingham quickly established themselves as one of the strongest sides in the league, winning a league double of the Kent League and the Kent Senior Cup in the 1945-46 season. The 1946-47 season saw the team win both the Southern League Cup and the Southern League Championship, during which they recorded a club record 12-1 victory over Gloucester City. The Gills also won the league title in 1948-49. In 1950, plans were announced to expand the Football League Division 3 South from 22 to 24 teams. And taking into account their local success in the interim, Gillingham were re-elected to the Football League with a landslide vote. The team spent 8 seasons in Division 3 South before the restructuring of the league system for the 1958-59 season, saw them placed in the newly created 4th Division. They remained in this division until 1964, when manager Freddie Cox led them to promotion, winning the first championship in the club's history. The team finished the season level on 60 points with Carlisle United, but with fractionally better goal average of 1.967 against 1.948, which was the tightest league title finish ever in Football League history. After relegation back to the 4th Division in 1970-71, the Gills were soon promoted back to the 3rd Division in the 1973-74 season. After this, the club seemed to find its level in Division 3, regularly mounting a challenge for promotion, which ultimately fell short each time. Coming particularly close to promotion in the 1986-87 season, when they reached the playoffs only to lose in the final to Swindon Town. During this period, the club produced future stars Steve Bruce and Tony Cascarino, who was famously bought from non-league Crockenhill in exchange for a set of tracksuits. Bit of an interesting story, that one, I imagine. In 1987, the Gills hit headlines when on consecutive Saturdays they beat Southend United 8-1 and Chesterfield 10-0. The latter club record for a Football League match, that is. Just a few months later, however, manager Keith Peacock was controversially sacked, and within 18 months the club had fallen into Division 4. The ensuing spell in the lower division brought little success, and in the 1992-93 Division 3 campaign, the Gills narrowly avoided relegation to the Football Conference. Except with financial problems, the club went into administration in January 1995, and by the end of the 1994-95 season, faced the threat of being expelled from the Football League and closing down. In June 1995, however, a London businessman by the name of Paul Scally stepped in and bought the club. He brought in new manager Tony Pulis, who led Gillingham to promotion in his first season, finishing second in the division in the old Division 3, now the Football League 2. In 1999, the Gills made the playoffs, but lost in the final to Manchester City. The Gills were 2-0 up, with less than 2 minutes left to see City score twice. The equaliser in injury time, and they go on to win 3-1 in a penalty shootout. Soon after the playoff loss, Pulis was sacked for gross misconduct, and Peter Taylor was appointed manager. In the 1999-2000 season, Gillingham qualified for the playoffs again, when they faced Wigan Athletic in the final at Wembley Stadium. The game finished 1-1 after 90 minutes, but thanks to goals in extra time from substitutes Steve Butler and Andy Thompson, the Gills won 3-2 and promoted to Division 1 for the first time. Taylor then left to manage Leicester City, and Andy Hessenthaler was appointed as player manager. He led the club to their best ever league finish of 11th in the 2002-03 season, but the following season saw the club narrowly avoid relegation on goal difference. Hessenthaler resigned as manager in November 2004, and new boss Stan Ternant was unable to prevent the Gills relegation to League One. At the end of the 2007-08 season, the club was relegated again, this time to League Two, but an immediate return to the third level was secured via the playoffs after beating Shrewsbury Town in the final. In the 2009-10 season, however, the Gills slipped into the bottom four on the last day and were relegated back to League Two, having failed to win a single away game in the league all season. This resulted in manager Mark Stimson having his contract terminated, and Andy Hessenthaler was appointed as manager of the club for a second time. At the start of the 2012-13 season, Hessenthaler, I'm really struggling with that name, was replaced by Martin Allen, who led the club to promotion as League Two champions in his first season in charge. However, shortly after winning League Two, Allen was sacked in what many saw as a surprise after a poor start to the season. The club remained in League One since 2013, with their best finish of the 9th, achieved in the club has remained in League One since 2013, with the best finish of 9th, achieved in the 2015-16 season. So, it's not really that much of a surprise, is it, then, that I don't know huge amounts about that club, because their history, it seems to be quite insignificant. A lot of mid-table or yo-yo years. But that's the end of this video. I've got some stuff coming up. I've got the administration part 3 on Friday. There's not going to be a run to a football club. I'm busy this weekend. But on Monday, there'll be another history of club with Hull City. Hopefully a bit more exciting and more history with this one. But it's goodbye for now.